So this is a disappointing video to have to make because in general, I've had a pretty good experience with Alaska Airlines. I mean, over 10 years now, and most of the time it's been smooth sailing. See what I did there? But yeah, and I don't like to complain, but sometimes if you don't call people out for bad behavior, nothing changes. So this one has to be done. And to be clear, there may be different support divisions, customer support for like the flights and whatever, but maybe the hotels part has its own customer support team and they just need to up their game and do better. So how did all this occur? Well, I'm glad I asked. About a month ago, I booked a room in London and I went to Alaska Airlines hotel site, I booked the room, and I had one requirement above everything else: it has to have a kitchenette. A kitchenette, if you don't know, that kind of means you have, well, a small kitchen to work on. You're going to have a refrigerator, a microwave, a stove. All I really want is the refrigerator and the microwave, but who knows, maybe the glasses, silverware. Sometimes they don't even have, well, another complaint, my last place didn't have a corkscrew, but what can you do? So on Alaska Airlines hotel site, I went there and I looked, and I'm booking at the Club Quarters or the Grand at Trafalgar. They're the same place. I don't know why they have two different hotels listed there, but same place. And I selected the kitchenette, I checked out the room, and I thought I was good to go. I booked it, and about a few days ago, before my trip, right before, I get an email saying, hey, your trip's coming up, and if you want to upgrade to a better room, you can, and we have one that even includes a kitchenette. Whoa, wait a second. I already have a kitchenette. Why would I upgrade to get a kitchenette? This is odd. So I checked into it, and apparently I don't have a kitchenette. Now I emailed both the hotel directly and the Alaska Airlines hotel site, because there's a customer service email, and kind of said, hey, what's going on here? I booked it with a kitchenette, I didn't get a kitchenette, and help me understand. And they both got back to me and pretty much said, well, yeah, the room you booked doesn't have a kitchenette. You have to get a better room for that and pay more. It's like 56 pounds, or about $70 more a night if I want that feature. And the problem is, it's $70 more a night now. Had I booked it back when I was booking the room, I probably could have gotten it probably for half that price, but I didn't know because it's mislabeled on the website. And another issue is, this has happened before. Now, if we go back to December, I booked the same site, Club Quarters. It was at a different part of London, but still, same hotel. And I selected kitchenette because I saw it on there, and then when I got to the hotel, I checked in, I was all happy, I went up to my room and opened the door, and nope. No kitchenette, and it was very small too, but the website might have been accurate on that one. I went downstairs and said, hey, what's going on? I don't have a kitchenette. And they said, oh, you didn't book one with a kitchenette. And I said, I thought I did. But the guy said, no, this room doesn't have one. I said, all right, well, I want to upgrade. I said, okay, so they said, it'd be like 25 pounds a night. And I said, should I be paying for this? Because I don't think this is my mistake. And he said, well, we can cover it if it's our mistake. And I said, well, I don't know. Maybe this was my fault. Maybe I didn't check the website correctly, or it was cheap at the time and I forgot about it. So I don't want you guys to pay for my mistake. So, either way, whatever. If you can do something, great. If not, okay. So I, got my upgraded room, had a great time, came home, and I checked my bills a little while later and realized, they charged me. They charged me for this, 6 days in the upgraded room, a couple $100, but whatever. I was much happier in that room anyway. But it was just kind of like, okay, well, I guess they didn't want to help me out. But now that I look back on it, that was not my fault. I booked with the website saying kitchenette, so I paid that money even though that wasn't on me. So, and I emailed them, the hotel, I emailed Alaska. I wanted both people to know, hey, you guys kind of screwed me over before, and you're kind of trying to do it again. Not on purpose, but nobody's willing to fix the website. Nobody's willing to do anything. Now, my expectations for the hotel, I don't know, good customer service. Why don't they just say, you know what, we're sorry about that error, even though it's not our fault, we'll just give you the upgrade. I would have loved if they just gave me the upgrade, or, because they were giving me like the really high price, just give me a discounted price and I will pay for it, but kind of nothing. And they kind of said, well, we don't control that, basically it's not our fault. So they were not willing to do anything, and Fair enough, it isn't their fault technically. I go through a third-party service, Alaska Airlines. Now for Alaska Airlines, the customer support just basically said, well, you can cancel this reservation and rebook with the upgrade. It's like, yeah, but I'm paying a higher price now, and it's wrong on your site, and it's still wrong, and it's just been wrong forever. I can go there right now. I checked it even before this video. It's still wrong. Every single room lists a kitchenette, yet only the very, very expensive ones actually have it. And it just bugs me that they're not willing to change it, and they're not willing to remedy the problem by either offering a discount or just comping it. They're just basically saying, we're not going to do anything. And just the fact that they're not even going to say, oh, we're going to get that website fixed. No intention to do that. Now, maybe they might, I don't know, but just the fact that, don't you care? You're misleading people. I don't know how many times this happens, but it's happened to me twice now. So the whole fact that it's like, well, we're just not going to do anything about it. We just don't care. That's not customer support. That's just awful. And I am just so shocked because, yeah, the other departments, the flights and miles and all that stuff, they seem to do fine. And I always get a great resolution, and they're really willing to work on issues. But here, the hotel team, it's like, just screw you. It doesn't matter to us. Not our problem. And I've also kind of had one issue with them before. It's not even the first time. When I did book this room, a few days before, I had accidentally booked a non-cancelable hotel room. So, you get it cheaper. The non-cancelable ones are cheaper. The ones you can cancel are more expensive. So you pay that extra money. It's like insurance. But if you get the cheapest one, you're stuck. If your plans change, you have to cancel, if whatever, you're just out of the money. So I always get cancelable just in case. Well, that night, maybe I was tired, maybe it's the wine, I was just clicking one to reserve a room because I thought, well, I'm going to keep searching around, but I just have one locked in that's cancelable for free. So I did, and I didn't realize I clicked the wrong one, put my credit card information in there, and as soon as I hit submit, I realized it, and it was like, I couldn't get it back. I was like, no, it's gone, and just closing the browser, it was just too late. I got an email saying, you're locked in. I emailed customer support right away, within a minute, just like, this was a mistake. I want to cancel this. This was a huge mistake. And their response, no, you can't cancel it. It's non-cancelable. It's like, nah. So I emailed the hotel, and I emailed them again. They said, no, I really need to cancel this. This happens. I said, well, we can try, but there's probably going to be a fee, a $25 fee, and it's up to the hotel. I said, fine. So I emailed the hotel, and to this time, the hotel said, okay, no problem. We can cancel it, whatever. Because I said, I'm still going to book with you, probably. I mean, I just want to get a cancelable one just in case. I don't know my future. This was weeks ago. So I emailed the customer service for Alaska Hotels at that point, and I said to them, look, the hotel has already agreed to cancel it, so we're canceling this. And they said, oh, okay. So in the end, everything finally got canceled. And I thought, all right, I got out of that one. Kind of thankful to support, but I don't know. They weren't going to do it without the hotel, so I really should thank the hotel. Support was kind of dragging their feet. However, I also looked at my billing, my financials, and I saw where the amount it was billed for, and 2 days later, the refund, which was less than what it was billed for. So they actually did charge me even to over $25. It was like $35 for that mistake. So they made a little money on that as well. And it was just like, all right, the gall. It's like... And in the end, I just think, is it worth it? I mean, to not give the upgrade, it's like, it's, 50 pounds a night. They're probably not even going to sell out of these rooms. Hence the reason I'm getting emails right before the reservation. So they don't have anything to really lose. They just have a lot. Well, they have a lot to lose if they don't give it to me, because I'm going to let people know about it. It's not like a threat or blackmail. This is basically, if you're going to screw people over, I want to let other people know about it. So hence the video. Now, will I use Alaska Airlines hotel site in the future? Originally, I thought no. But I did some checking with other hotel sites, Booking.com and Hotels.com. And the thing about Alaska is sometimes it is cheaper, and you do get the miles. So if you book, you get like maybe a couple thousand, maybe 1,000 miles a night sometimes, or less. 1,000 miles translates to maybe $20. So in this case, I was getting 12,000 miles, so that was like still a couple $100 in value of miles. And I don't even know if I got 1,000,000 miles now. I don't know if I need it as much, but so I usually go that route because, you know, once I get 60,000 miles, well, there's another ticket to London or whatever. So that's one of the main reasons I do go through Alaska hotels. And if it is cheaper and I get the miles, then yeah, there's some reason to stay with it. But there's also a big reason to really make sure you're checking other places, because once this whole fiasco with Alaska hotels happened, I basically kept looking around and saying, well, I had a deadline. I still had some time before my cancellation expiration. I looked around on Booking.com, and I did find another place nearby, very close, with a kitchenette that was cancelable and about $400 cheaper for like the 5 nights. $400 cheaper. So I went ahead and booked that. I went back and canceled the Alaska hotel one, but it just let me know that, yeah, well, this whole time there were cheaper options out. That probably would have been even cheaper before. So I wasn't looking at all the sites, and I guess I should have been. So I'm not saying I won't ever use Alaska, but I definitely will consider the other things, especially if you want a kitchenette. Because I think some of these places are almost like Airbnb or people renting out apartments that they've converted. So there are more people on Booking.com that can do that don't get to use Alaska.com. And I don't even think they get to use Hotels.com. You have to go to Booking.com for that. So that's really important to keep in mind. Plus, it's accurate, the information. They don't say kitchenette on the ones that don't, because I checked the club quarters too, and the room size. So they do a better job of that. So overall, I'd say try Booking.com first, and then maybe see what hotels, and then maybe see what Alaska has, and just see if it's worth it. Because you don't get the miles with Booking, but you get one of those buy 9, get the 10th one free, and that really kind of has the same value. So all good stuff to keep in mind. I hope Alaska Airlines, I know they won't see this, but I hope more people do squeaky wheel stuff, and people start learning about their bad customer service for the hotels, and something gets done and changed, and they strive to do better. Because it's just a shame. They're a good airline. I like everything about them except this department, which just needs a kick in the pants. That's it for now. Cheers.